Imagine renting a beautiful house for a little amount of money, a house that is more than how it looks, the house that steals people's destiny. Long time ago, in the heart of a lively city, lived the Solomon's family. Mr. Solomon, a calm and kind man, worked as a manager in a packaging company. His wife, Mrs. Esther Solomon, was a diligent banker with a sharp smile and a calm look. Together, they raised their two children in the rented apartment, a modest but joyful home. They live in the six-flat compound for 6 years now. Life wasn't perfect, but it was good. The neighbor lived like family. Some weekend, they would come together, eat together, and discuss how their week had went. Other were tied to work, some owned shop. The women share meal and raise their children side by side. Some stay at home while others work like their husband. The compound echoed with children laughter and the smell of food drifting from people's open window. Then one evening, a message arrived like a dark wind. The landlord sent a message. He had a group where he had placed the number of every tenant in the house. This is the message. Dear tenant, I wish to inform you that I am putting the house up for sale. You have up to 6 months to look for a new place. Myself and my family are relocating out of Nigeria. I am sorry if this message come as a shock to you. I hope every one of you will understand. Thank you, the landlord wrote. Panic spread in. Family whispered in their house. It was silent all through that night. To rent a house in the city was not kind. Mr. and Mrs. Solomon began house hunting the next day. They searched in every area they could afford, called friends, checked lists, followed signs, but every door they knocked closed on their faces. Either the house was too expensive or too old. Sometimes the landlord would be rude or the area will be flooded with water. 5 months has passed, just 1 month remaining. Then, just like a gift from nowhere, they found a house. It was little bit far from their old neighborhood. The house was beautiful in the heart of the city. The wall was white, the roof was red, the compound were clean, flowers carefully trimmed. The landlady, Madam Remy, was in her late 50s. She was elegant, soft-spoken, and lived alone in the first flat. No husband, no children. She told them she preferred quiet tenants. The rent was strangely cheap. Esther hesitated. She pulled her husband to a corner to talk about how cheap and beautiful the house was. But Mr. Solomon, tired and desperate, said, "We have searched for months. This is the best we found." He said. They moved in before the weekend. At first, the house felt peaceful, too peaceful. No children run outside, no radio play. The other tenants barely come out of their flats. Mrs. Solomon began to notice things. One night, returning late from the bank, she saw three old women dressed in a black robe sitting near the backyard, each holding a clay pot and chanting in whisper. When she blinked, they were gone. She told her husband. He laughed. "You are exhausted. You worked too hard today. Probably your eyes are playing trick on you. Can you please take your bath, eat and rest for today?" he said. Mrs. Solomon was angry. She knew what she saw, but she could not explain. More signs began to follow in the days ahead. Black birds circled in the roof at night. She heard low hum through the walls. The neighbor never smiled, never spoke. Their eyes were dull. Then came the blow. Mr. Solomon lost his job. few months into the compound, without warning, no reason, just like that. Now he stay home while Esther work. Slowly his bright spirit dim. He grew quiet. Sometimes she found him sitting alone, staring at the wall, speaking to himself alone. The landlady grew bothered. One afternoon, Esther saw her standing in the corridor, holding a bowl of ash, murmuring strange words. That evening, she came with the bowl of food for every flat. She usually cook for the other tenants morning, afternoon and night. The tenants accept the food with silence. No one cook anymore. No one work. They stay in their home just like a broke doll. Whenever new ten ant come to the compound, they will always lose their job, giving the landlady the opportunity to become their cook. She will cook for them, serve them, and she will be the one ordering them on what to do. Esther stopped eating the food the day he saw her holding the clay pot and chanting words. She tried to ask a neighbor, a woman with eyes that have seen too much. "What is happening?" she said. The woman only whispered, "Don't ask questions. It is too late for us now. Haven't you heard about this house? Whenever anyone comes to this house, they lost their senses," she said. Esther felt so shocked, quickly ran into the house, began to think about what the neighbor has just said to her. The next day was Monday. In the morning, as Esther was trying to go to work, her car broke down, so she had no choice than to go to the roadside to get a taxi. As she stood by the road waiting for a taxi, when an old woman approached her, her eyes were sharp like a hawk. She said, "My child, the house you live in is cursed. Run, run while you can." Before Esther could ask any question, the woman vanished into the crowd. That day at work, her mind was restless. When she returned home, something strange happened. A new neighbor, stormy beautiful lady named Anita, came to introduce herself to Mr. Solomon. He welcomed her in. They laughed, talked as if they have known each other for a very long time. Esther walked in and saw them talking. He had not seen his husband smile for a long time now, after he had lost his job. She was also happy seeing him smile and happy again. Later, she told her husband, "What? We have to leave this house," he said. But the man snapped, "Enough, I won't start searching again. Let me rest, and you know I have no job. I have no money. Where will I get the money to get a new house?" he said. Esther then replied, "I will take care of the responsibility, but we have to leave, my love. No, enough," as he left her with anger. That night, Esther sat by the window with her phone. At midnight, she saw her husband walking towards the backyard barefooted in a daze. He was surrounded by three old women in black, chanting words in circle. In the center of the circle was Anita. Her beauty had gone, replaced by dark, ancient eyes. Anita was not just beautiful. The landlady had changed to Anita in order to attract Mr. Solomon, so they could capture his soul. Esther ran out, screaming his name. She tried to pull him from the circle, but in a minute everything went blank. The next day, she woke up on the ground in the backyard, the same spot where she was trying to pull her husband from. Surrounded by other tenants staring at her silently, she rushed into her flat. Her husband was sleeping peacefully and smiling. This is not real. What is happening? She said, this house is eating us alive. I have to do something. I cannot remain here and let things go bad. Quickly, she called her office to take some time off. She quickly rushed to her mother-in-law's house. There, she told her mother-in-law everything that has been happening, the way her husband is reluctant to everything she said. Okay, my daughter, the mother said. The next morning, they went to a small prayerful church where the lady pastor welcomed them with an open arm. The pastor looked into her eyes and said, that woman is not a landlady, she is a witch. She steals the stars of her tenants, their destiny, wealth and joy, to build more evil house. That is her mission on earth. And your husband is already trapped in her grip, but that he is not lost yet. Something can still be done. The next 3 days were war. The pastor instructed Esther to burn incense and pray consistently. She was to watch the landlady closely, especially at night, behind the house. The pastor said there was a hidden door. When the time is right, open the door and you will find the truth. After the days of prayer and burning of incense, each night, Esther prayed. She saw the landlady pacing like a lioness in heat, chanting words, speaking in tongues of oath, but she had to gather courage in order to free her husband and every other person that has been trapped under her grip in the house. On the third night, as the incense burned low, Esther saw the door behind a banana tree close to the backyard of the house. She ran to it. With a trembling hand, she opened the door. Inside was a dark room with wooden coffee. Each one had the name of tenants on the coffee. Esther screamed, Jesus! This is where she had captured every one of us. Suddenly, the room filled with lightning. Chain broke, glass scattered. Back in the compound, tenants opened their door for the first time, blink confused as though they were working for a long time. All the tenants are snapped out of their trance. Their eyes are open now. When the landlady returned, she found all of them waiting for her. She tried to flee, but they caught her. She wept, confused, but no one were listening to her. Inside her flat, they found charm, clay pot, and a huge chest of documents, landed property, stolen destiny. They called the police on her. The house, her apartment were destroyed. The coffee were burned. The smoke rose high in the cloud. The morals of the story is never trust beauty without wisdom. When your spirit is uneasy, please listen. Not every home is a blessing. Evil hide in comfort. Stay prayerful and alert. Desperation must never silence discernment. And from the tale, we learn that desperation can blind even the wisest. Not all gifts are blessing, and that courage, prayer, and unity can break even the darkest chain. Stay wise, stay watchful, and always seek the truth beneath the surface. Thank you for being here today. I hope you've really learned something from this story. We should be watchful and prayerful with whatever we do, most especially the house we stay. Thank you for those subscribing to my channel, and to my future subscriber, God bless you, and I see all that you are doing. May God Almighty bless you. Thank you so much. Till I come your way again, see you and stay blessed. Bye.